is starting. There we go. Good evening, everyone. I hope everyone is doing well. Phone doesn't really want to focus, that's good. Okay, I'm gonna get started with this anyway. So my plan is to do like a real dark smoky eye, I think a pop of olive, and see how it goes. And yeah, I've got also a new palette to play with in this video, which I'm going to show you. Hi Marie, how are you? Have I got food in my teeth? That's awkward. I do. We'll ignore that. Right. I'm starting off, as per usual, with the e.l.f. Halo Glow Filter. Good. Good. I hope you've had a great start to your week. I know it's only the beginning. First few days back at work is never fun after a weekend. I feel like the weekends just go by too quick. Way too quick. Oh, let me know what you think about the our first time I've seen you with. I know, yeah. So that is the new palette I'm playing with today. I actually kind of got it for a series that I want to do, basically called Keeping It Neutral, and I'm planning on doing like 4 parts to it, and each part will have 3 looks. And basically, as much as I love playing with colour, I know like kind of to be creative, it's kind of seen as you need to play with colour, but I want to kind of demonstrate how many looks you can do with just neutral shades. So I purposely, so it's going to be, yeah, like I said, 4 parts, 3 looks, so that's 12, yeah, 12 looks in total, but if people like the series I can continue. But yeah, I really wanted to pick up a neutral palette that was just purely neutral, because I've got a lot of neutral shades, but they're amongst other colours, that's purely neutral, accessible and affordable, because also a lot of my, like the Ether Beauty ones, obviously can be priced and come over from America. So yeah, there's a little series that I wanted to do throughout November. So that's kind of why I picked it up, but I want to use it in today's look as well. And I did actually treat myself to another palette, which is slightly more exciting, which again, we shall see in the month of November. But yeah. So hopefully people will enjoy the little series that I'm going to do. But yeah, I was going to do part 1, it's going to be soft looks. Part 2, bold and smoky. Part 3 is going to be all about winged liners or like winged shadow looks. And then the 4th one is going to be the slightly more unusual creative editorial part. And like I said, if people like the series and the 4 parts I do, then I can continue with the series and do a few more. But yeah, I just thought it might be just an interesting series to try and do. So that is the plan. Okay, so I was just using the Lily Lolo cotton foundation for foundation, just all over. And then concealer, Hint Beauty concealer. I'm thinking that maybe doing this, I like different looks for different days. Sound good? Yeah. Good. Well, I hope you will enjoy it. So the first one will be up. So next week will be the vlog, and then the week after will be the first episode. And what I'm going to do is do an episode, then a different look, an episode, different look. So every other video will be that little series. Yeah. Like I said, I did pick up another palette as well, which is slightly more because I saw it and fell in love, and I treated myself to it. Jamie said it was okay, so I bought it. But I'm excited to play with that one, definitely. That should be good fun. Okay, that's the base done. Onto my blusher. I'm going to use the Rare Beauty blusher in Joy. Yeah, Joy. I'm feeling maybe that Sunday lives work a little bit better than weekdays. I wanted to give a weekday live a go and see how it goes, so we'll just have to see. Oh, I love the beautiful. Oh, okay, so that's good to know. Okay, so I'm in for a treat then, because yeah, this will be the first time I'm playing with the palette, so that is good to know. Thank you. But yeah, let me know if you prefer the Sunday lives or a midweek. I just want to mix up. I feel like a Sunday probably would be better. But hey, just trying something a bit different. I think I definitely will continue doing these lives because people seem to enjoy them. And even after the live's finished and the video processes and goes up, people seem to really like it still. So I'm definitely going to continue doing them. Oh, hair. Okay, so that is my full base done. Very quick, as per usual. The same products every time, just 'cause I do love those products. So base done. Moving on to brows. Again, no surprise, ABH powder in Auburn. And then I will add some brow gel through the brows. I did also debate actually whether I was going to do a Halloween look for this live, but I thought, I'm not sure. I'm just not sure. I've kind of lost motivation with Halloween a little bit. I don't mind when they are, as long as after work. Not sure they would approve. No, don't worry. They'll definitely be after work. Not sure my work would approve if I just suddenly stop work and be like, nope, not doing my work anymore. I am doing a live instead, so that's fine. Always after work. Beautiful base always. Oh, thank you very much, Nina. Oh, that's quite bold, isn't it? Also, I'm kind of switching. It's going to look better probably when I use my proper camera as opposed to phone in my regular videos, but I'm changing which way I film. So I usually film towards the window because it makes sense, natural lighting. But with the winter season, I am mixing up and creating a bit more. I know it's not about the background, but creating something a bit more prettier in the background. I'm not sure if this is kind of how it's going to stay. I was experimenting with it. I got a couple of new elephants, that one, and oh, it's opposite that one. But yeah, so I might have a play around with that one just to make it a bit more exciting. The blind's a bit ugly, but we'll ignore that for now. But just to kind of mix up, obviously winter's here, so I'm going to have to use artificial lighting anyway, unless I'm filming on the weekend, but that tends to be quite, well, it can be quite dark anyway. So just mixing it up a little bit. Okay, Kosas Airbrow Gel in clear. This is actually lasting, considering it's not the biggest of bottles. What did I get this in August? It's done me well. I still think I might try the tinted one when it does run out, just to see what it's like, but I do really like it. Lots of pretty headbands. Thank you. And do you know what the funny is? That's only the, what are they called? The hard headbands. There's a box that you can't see full of like the round, the full round ones, and like the scrunchy scarves that I like wearing and all sorts. Again, Jamie's put a stop to me buying more of those, but I got too many. Can you have a... No. See, I don't think you can. And I would agree with you. Have one for every day of the year if I could, probably. Although, having said that, I do tend to... There are like 5 or 6 that are the ones that I tend to go to all the time. So, yeah. Okay, eye primer next. Lilolo. No surprise. And then we'll move on to the Beauty Pay palette. And I guess kind of a first impressions as well. I will quickly show you, once I've just prepped my eyes, the other new palette I got that I saw. And I think I saw Ali Gleens play with it. She's someone who I like to watch, and she played with it and I thought it was super pretty. And I haven't actually bought a new palette in about a year now, and it was the Ether Beauty Moonlight palette was the last one that I got. And I think actually for winter this will be super pretty, but also for coming up to Christmas and New Year's and for party looks, it's got a nice selection of colours. And it is the ABH palette, which I haven't picked up an ABH palette in ages. I had the Modern Renaissance, which I loved, and then I've still got the River... what's it called? The one that's kind of like, it's blue and white striped. It's kind of the first real pop of colour one they did, I think. But yeah, this is the Rose Metals palette. And oh, my phone's not going to do it justice, but I just thought it looked so pretty. So yeah, this will be featuring very soon. I'll do a proper first impressions, and definitely seeing it leading up to Christmas and in the new year, and well, throughout the year as well, because it is pretty. So I'm excited to play with this, and yeah, I just fell in love with it when I saw the palette. So that is something to look forward to in the future. But for today, like I said, I wanted to go dark smoky, pop of olive. So for the smoky bit, I've been looking at that one too. So pretty. Yeah, definitely. And the way when Ali was playing with it as well, it looked like it blended really nicely. I mean, the Modern Renaissance blended really well. The Riviera wasn't too... Oh, Riviera. What's that? What's it called? Wasn't too bad. I never tried the... Oh, what was it called? The one that kind of people didn't like. But yeah, so I'm really excited to try that one. But we're going to dip into this palette here. So, like I said, I've never played with this palette before, so I have to see what it's like. Oh, I didn't give myself... Oh, I have. I'm going to start with... Now, am I going to go as dark as black? Yeah. So, I'm going to take the shade Illicit first on a little blending brush. Just pack that up. Oh, I haven't taken off the thing yet. Okay. I'm going to pack this onto the outer portion. It's nice and pigmented black, so that's good. Be interested to see how it blends. Blacks can be a little bit tricky. Ah, thank you. Just got a delivery of peppermint tea. Okay. Well, I hope this does blend out well because I put a fair amount down. So I'm going to take a slightly smaller fluffy brush, no product on, and just start softening these edges. I'm not too worried about this inner portion of the lid because I think I'm going to pop some eye primer back down, ready for the kind of pop of shimmer that I'm going to pop on. So I'm going to play with the Khaki Sparkle from Lily Lolo, but I might also add a pop of something else mixed in with there. But with the Lily Lolo Mineral Shadows, you definitely need something tacky to apply them with. Okay, I was actually going to add some brown, but I might have gone a bit overboard with the black now. But we'll continue. Okay, need a bit more black on this side, I think, to match. Right. Where to go from here is the question. I'm actually going to use the same brush, the same fluffy one. Oh, I should have brought one of my makeup pads just to dust this off in, but I will. I'm going to go After Dark next, because I do want to add some brown into here. I don't want it to be purely kind of a black smoky eye with a pop of green, and I'm just going to focus that just above where I popped the green, popped the black. Subculture, yeah, that's the one. I'm looking at the one, yeah. Okay. This may be getting out of hand. I may have gone too heavy on the black to begin with, but we'll keep going. Keep going. Right, I think I need to instantly get a slightly lighter colour in there quickly. Let's go. I'm going to fresh fluffy brush. Is that going to work? I'm going to try cinnamon next. And I'm going to really go over the two. Just because, and I'm going to take up quite a bit actually. That should hopefully soften the kind of black brown. But also bring a bit of light into it. Is it showing up on my iPhone? I need to work out, Jamie's going to work it out for me, how to do the live streams with my actual proper camera, just so you can see what I'm doing better. So it's probably a bad idea to use a new palette, but yeah, I just don't know if it's really picking up. So I've got my laptop open to see what everything's looking like, and I don't know if it's quite working on my phone, but we'll go with it for now. I have a similar palette with shimmers too. Ooh, nice. I noticed they brought out literally just recently, like another kind of nudes palette, but it was more cooler and more rosy toned. And it looked very pretty. Well, I said I wanted to go bold and smoky. Possibly a little bit too much, too heavy, but I'll work with it for now. I mean, they definitely blend nicely together and they're definitely pigmented, but just be warned, the black is very pigmented. So definitely don't go as heavy as I did, because you don't need to. What I'm going to probably do is take one more lighter shade and then tidy up the edges actually with the concealer brush. That's what I like to do sometimes. It just helps it ever so slightly. I mean, once we've probably got the green on, it will soften it a bit better, but I have probably gone a bit overboard with smokiness and then brought it way too high up, but we'll continue. I'll take some pictures after I've done this live for the thumbnail, so you can see kind of how it looks better, because like I said, my phone isn't really helping the situation. And apologies if you can hear background noise. Jamie is washing up. I probably should have shut that door. Going in with nothing else. And on a fluffy brush. Oh, was that the wrong move? Possibly. Okay. That may have been a wrong move to have made. So what I'm going to do is just do it on the same side, the other side, sorry. And go back in with cinnamon to add that warmth. What that has done is definitely brought it down, but made it look a little ashy at the same time. So back in with cinnamon. Actually, let's take cinnamon on a fluffy brush. Just to warm it back up slightly. That's better. Okay, so I've learnt to be careful with also that shade Nothing Else, because that can turn the shadow quite ashy almost. Well, hopefully this palette's going to work for that little series I want to do. I think it will. I think it's just I'm learning how to use this palette, and like I said, the black definitely don't take as much as I did, because that would just be a bit excessive. And then with that lighter shade, I think it's more for like, if you're maybe going in with this shade, then blend out this shade, then that shade, that would probably work. But the way I was doing it, it was probably too dark a shade to pop that on. So yeah, it just went very ashy very quickly. I mean, it still doesn't look great if I'm being honest. But, okay, I'm going to take my brush and then spread the black eyeshadow all over my face. Apparently, no, it's fine. Okay, so what I was going to do is take my concealer brush. I'm actually just going to sharpen up the edge slightly. And sometimes, if I bring it over the edge, that can help soften it. I hate washing up. Yeah, I'm not, I'd rather dry up than wash up, which is what tends to happen in this household anyway. Which is quite nice. See, in person it's looking much nicer than it is on the phone. But that's probably my fault for using a phone. I'm just going in with that brush I used for black, but not adding any more black, just using what's there, just to emphasise the wing area, and then using the fluffy brush just to soften it in. Right, I may come back to the kind of smoking bit in a minute, but I want to get that shimmer on just to see if it kind of makes a difference and kind of tidies things up a bit. So I am going to go back in with the primer because, like I said, I'm using a Lily Lolo Mineral eyeshadow, so it does need a bit of a sticky base for that. I'm just going to bring it just above the crease as well to kind of really open up the eye. And then what I'll do is I'll use the exact same brush to actually pick up the eyeshadow just to give the eyeshadow a bit more tack as well and stick. Right, so Lily Lolo's Pixie Sparkle. I'm not going to really be able to tip it out and show you because it'll make a right, oh, can I? Something like that. So I'm going to take some of that, but I think I am going to mix another shade in just to add a bit of pop of goldness to it as well. So I'm just going to coat that brush that I've just put the primer on with, tap it off just to make sure I don't get too much fallout. And I'm just going to press onto where I put the eye primer. And then just soften it into the black. And what I will do is take actually a clean pencil brush and just go over its edge because I want it to be kind of noticeable but not too harsh. Pick up some more. Go on the other side. Okay. So I'm getting the olive through, but I want a bit more gold added to it. So I'm going to go ahead in a second and add another colour. Okay, so again, I'm just going to take the pencil brush and just soften the edge slightly. What I think I need to do on this side is it's come out a bit too far. So I'm actually on my pencil brush going to take some of the eye primer and use it to neaten up where I can. So I'm going to take some of that away, the darkness from in here. And then on another fluffy brush that I've got, pencil brush that I've got, take actually some of raw sienna this time. And pop that in there just to kind of brighten it a bit more. And I'm going to bring it right up to the brow bone. And then just take a fluffy brush and make sure the edge is just a bit more soft. Actually, I will pick up some of nothing else because I'm using a slightly lighter shade anyway. Buff that out ever so slightly. Okay, so I'm going to deal with the inner corners in a second, but as mentioned, actually let me just make sure the black and the khaki sparkle are slightly a bit more blended together. I wanted to go with, I want a bit more gold added to it. So I'm actually going to go on top with a Colourpop shadow. It was actually one, I don't know the name, but it was one as part of the Just My Luck palette, the kind of all green palette, but it's this colour here, and I loved this shade, so I took it out and got rid of the rest because that was the only shade I loved from the palette. So I'm just going to pick some up on a brush. I'm actually going to do as well. Let's give it a little spray. Just add that right on top, which is going to brighten it a bit more. Especially because I've gone quite dark on the outer portion as well. I think it needs that slightly brighter olive green with a bit more gold to really brighten that up. Okay, just going to tidy up in this inner corner here a little bit. Yeah, I think now I've added the olive green, it definitely looks much better, and I actually want to bring it a bit further over. And then what I'll do is I'll take the brush I used for the black, which is here, and use that just to soften the two together. Okay. Now I didn't think about what I want to do for the inner corner. I want something a bit brighter, but I don't think I want it too bright or too light. I mean, so I do actually think I need a gold, which I didn't think about when I got the stuff out that I wanted to use. I'm just gonna have a little look for. No, that's not what I need. What do I need? Would you work? Maybe two. No. Oh, I should have been more organised. Oh, there's bound to be something in here. Okay, so the Revolution palette. Oh, are you too bright? We're gonna go with it. So this is gold just here. Is this gonna be too bright? I'm just gonna take a very small amount because I don't want it to be too overpowering. But I just feel that it needs something there. And what I'll do is I'll blend it into that green as well. Actually, I might just bring it a little bit along here as well. That looks quite pretty. Okay. Oh, a bit more on that side actually. I think now that I've got everything else on, I'm kind of a bit more happy about the smokiness of the eyes. I just need to remember next time not to go so heavy with the black to begin with, and it gives me more room to play with some of the browns, transition into other browns. I didn't really give myself much room to play with, but oh, thank you very much, Nina. So yeah, I am. Do I do my lower lashes? I will. Don't rarely do my lower lash line, but I am going to. I'm going to take a little bit of black and pop it onto mainly the outer portion. Okay, then I'm gonna go into actually slow motion. So kind of the one up from After Dark, which is the first brown we used. And go over the top of it just to automatically soften that black. And now what I want is a new fluffy brush. No, it's fine. It'll be fine. Okay, I'll use this one. If it gets a bit messy, it gets messy. Go in now with cinnamon. And just further blend that out. And I can always tidy it on my concealer brush. I'm just going to take the brush I used for the gold, just make sure, drag it a bit further along onto the black, just so it's a bit brighter under there. I'm actually going to pick up a bit more gold. just to kind of soften the darkness. Okay, now I'm going to load up my lashes with the Lily Lola Big Lash Mascara. So I'm going to have to get a new one soon because this is going to run out very shortly. And then I'll move on to lips. I'm actually going to keep it gloss free today. I know usually I use gloss and it's usually Lily Lola Whisper, but for today I'm going to go matte. I think it's going to be quite a peachy nude as well. I did think about doing a dark purple lip as well, just to kind of keep it with the Halloween theme, even though it's not a Halloween look, but I think I might just keep it peachy nude. Maybe I'll do a dark purple lip for November. November's live. Just do a few more layers on the top. Just mainly on the outer portion. Sometimes I like to go back to the top, just to the outer portion, just to give it a bit more of that winged effect to match the shadow. That's good to go. Okay, so lips, like I said, keeping it matte and nude. I'm going to go in with Lily Lolo's soft nude first. I've just smudged that, so let's go in with a brush that I've used them all, so that's no good. How's my concealer brush? Not too bad. Okay, that may have been a slight mistake. Okay, lipstick of choice is gonna be the Colourpop lipstick in a Name Drop, so it's quite a peachy. Actually, I guess it's more peachy pinky tone. Okay. Oh, I completely forgot my tea. Okay, so this is the finished look. So quite smoky, which is actually what I wanted to go for. And the olive on the eyes. I really like the kind of olive tones going on there. Like I said, kind of wanted to pick this up for a series, so I thought I'd try it in today's video, see what it's like. And I do think I didn't try all the colours, so I have to play with it a bit more. They work well together. I just got a bit mindful of the black because it's probably a bit very pigmented, so a little goes a long way, which I realised quite quickly. And then kind of with a really light tone, you can't mix it straight away with like a pretty dark tone, which I guess kind of makes sense. So you do want to build them up shade by shade, really. But yeah, this is this look complete. Like I said, I want to go something bold, smoky, pop of olives. That's what I've done. So I really hope you enjoyed. I will do another live in November. Like I said, I might go for that really bold purple lip and do it based around that instead. And I probably will go back to a Sunday because I think it seemed to be more popular on a Sunday. So yeah, so I will have details when I get around to doing that one. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed. Thank you for watching. I hope you have a nice rest of your week. Next video will be the vlog, and then I will then start the series of the neutral palette and then play with the Rose Metals palette as well. So yeah, thank you, Marie. Yeah, so thank you so much for joining, and I will, thank you, Nina. Yeah, I'll see you all in my next one. Have a nice evening all, and I'll see you very soon. Bye.